Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Sun and Moon. In the last episode, we went to the cemetery on Route 2 and like half of Route 2 and the berry fields. And in the berry fields, we stopped Team Skull from just being a general nuisance. This time, we are going to be heading through the rest of Route 2 and then going to our first trial in Verdant Cavern. After we fight a bunch of trainers and go over a bunch of new wild Pokemon. Look, we're going over the first trial today, but it might be a bit because there are new Pokemon and bios tend to take forever with me. And there's trainers along the way. She has a Cottony. You can't catch that yet, but she has one. Cottony is actually a pretty cute Pokemon. I really like it, but I like it a lot more once it's evolved. It has a unique typing. It got a second typing in Generation 6 when the Fairy type was introduced. It is now Grass Fairy. So Poison is now 4 times super effective against it, making it relatively easy to defeat if you have any Poison type moves. And while you may not, Flying type moves will do just as well. If you can't tell, I'm doing stock commentary, which is something I've really started to rely upon in this in this series, because I don't want to cut out battles that have new Pokemon that we haven't seen before, but at the same time we're going to be seeing it again anyway, so I guess I can cut it out. Maybe I did cut it out. Maybe I'm about to. I don't know. Well, now I'm not about to if I didn't, because I just won. Popplio grew to level 15. Learning Aqua Jet. Oh my god, finally, a water type move. Okay, we'll get rid of Growl, because Baby Doll Eyes is just a better Growl. Oh! No! I agree with that. Okay, so in the second half of Route 2, there are entirely new Pokemon to appear. Starting with Spearow. Oh, the Spearow that I caught is holding a sharp beak. This increases the power of flying type moves. I'm going to place it in my bag because I do want to give that to Rowlet, actually. Growlithe. I've used one of these in a Let's Play. I used it in Pokemon Fire Red, and as much as I hate that Let's Play, Growlithe was actually a great asset to the team back then, and that was when Fire was locked to being a special type. Growlithe has a higher attack stat than a special attack stat, which is not great for fire types, granted. There are a lot more special fire type moves than there are physical ones, but Growlithe, when it gets a physical fire type move, can use it really well comparatively to most other fire types that rely on special attacks. This will be doing more damage with physical fire type moves than Litten would at this point in the game. However, Litten will obviously get better later on. And Growlithe is also just really cute. If you do want to catch one, I would recommend getting one with Intimidate and not Flame Body, because Intimidate is a much better ability. Not Flame Body, Flash Fire, I mean. However, either way it works. Either way it gets, it just gets decent moves overall. It gets a lot of biting moves, and yeah, I like Growlithe a lot. It will be a little while until we're able to see it evolve, but that's fine. Speak of the devil, Litten is learning Fire Fang now. Lastly, we have Cutie Fly. Cutie Fly has the unique typing of Bug Flying, which is... or not Bug Flying, that's not a unique typing, Bug Fairy. And it evolves relatively soon after you get it. It's definitely much later It's actually not relatively soon. It evolves much later than most bug types. However, when it evolves, it's actually very good, especially in single player. Cutie Fly also gets the unique move of Pollen Puff, which does a lot of damage to enemy Pokemon, but restores health if used on an ally in a double battle, which... that's awesome. That's like a really cool concept for a move. It might not get it until it evolves, though, so... you're gonna be stuck with Cutie Fly for a while if you catch it. However, Cutie Fly is decent enough, especially in the early game. I'm just gonna say now, though, it'll be a while. You're gonna be stuck with it for a while, and it's not gonna be doing a lot of damage at all while you have it. And you can catch its evolution on its own later in the game, so yeah. Maybe don't catch it here if you aren't trying to complete the Pokédex, but it's still a good Pokemon. It's very cute, and E-Fly. Hank wants to learn Force Palm. Okay. Yeah, it has a chance of paralyzing. I'll take that any day. Over Arm Thrust. We now have 21% of the Melee Pokédex already completed. That's 8% of the total Alola Dex, but that's a lot of Pokemon. It feeds on the nectar and pollen of flowers because it's able to sense auras. It can identify which flowers are about to bloom. I didn't know auras gave that away. But this means that Cutie Fly is technically on the level of Lucario in terms of powers. If it makes you feel any better, Cutie Fly fans, I was planning on using one in my Let's Play. I just decided against it. Who knows, I might use one in Ultra Sun, but yeah, not in this Let's Play. I'm looking for berries to have my Pokemon hold. That's nice, dude. I'm happy for you. Pokemon Breeder J. Whenever I see the name J in Pokemon, I always assume it's going to be Pokemon Hunter J. From the anime. You know, the lady who literally killed Pokemon. She turned them into stone. And she had a Salamence, which means she was probably cool, but I think she died. I think she's one of the only Pokemon characters in the entire anime to actually die. Which, good for her. I mean, if it was gonna be anyone, you'd want it to be the horrible person who actually murders Pokemon, but... wow. They killed a character in the Pokemon anime, and I'm just now, like, letting that go through my head. They killed someone. I'm not even sure if she died. I might be remembering it wrong. Wow, Pichu just beat a Butterfree. And it knew Confusion, too. It was using it. Pancake grew to level 13, which means it's now going to learn Nasty Plot. This increases special attack by 2 stages, which is an incredible effect. However, when I check the nature of Pancake, it has a minus special attack nature, so I'm going to let it learn it, just because it's such a good move, but... yeah, it would be better if we didn't have a minus special attack nature. Oh, if only I'd given Butterfree a berry to hold. Well, yeah, then you would have won, maybe. I don't exactly remember how much damage you actually did, but that might have given you a chance, dude. While I'm here in the bag, I do want to give the Sharp Beak to Icarus. In place of the Quick Claw, and I'll give the Quick Claw to Pancake, because Pancake has proven to be not very fast. Like, comparatively it's fast because it's an electric type, but, I mean, it's a first stage baby Pokemon electric type, so... yeah, it's not going to be doing a lot. I believe this trainer has a Cutie Fly, so I can cut out this battle. That's epic. Alright, we beat that preschooler in a Pokemon battle in the video game. How's it, Winter? Your Pokemon doing alright? Yeah, they're fine, actually. Well, I know my team's seen better days, that's for sure. Come on, Winter, let's stop by the private military company. You know that Verdant Cavern place, right? I guess it's kinda like sacred to Tapu Koko. You aren't even allowed to go into it unless you're on your island challenge. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I have something pretty amazing to share with you, Winter, you lucky thing. Why do you keep calling me a thing? 3 revives. That's actually really good. Thanks, Hop. You're not Hop, you're How. Revives are solid items to have. If your Pokemon faints in battle and can't go on, then a revive will perk them right back up. But you probably won't find revives here. Did you know that Pokemarts sometimes sell different things? And not just that, the 2 clerks at the counter even sell different things from one another. I think I'll get myself a treat at the cafe to pump myself up before trying the first trial. It's finally time to take on that Illima character. I'm tingling with excitement. Or just electricity. Thanks, Rotom. If you talk to this guy, you can buy super potions, which are better than potions, but we probably won't be needing them for a while. Heal balls, which I've already said my piece on, they're pretty bad. Nest balls, which I've already said my piece on, they're pretty bad. And luxury balls, which I wish I had when I caught Pichu. I know I used an Ultra Ball, so I wouldn't risk, like, weakening it at all, but oh my god. It makes Pokemon quickly grow friendlier after being caught. That would be so nice. That would be so nice. If you give your Pokemon berries to hold, they can eat them while they needn't to in battle, but manufactured healing items like potions are no good as held items. Pokemon can't use them on their own. True. Hello, you're a Pokemon trainer, aren't you? Have you caught Spearow? Will you trade it for my Machop? Okay. I genuinely forgot this trade was here, but I mean, I guess I have to go over another Pokemon now. Thank you, thank you! I'll take good care of your Spearow, so please take good care of my Machop. Sending Brittany to Ela. I always knew H3 Productions would steal my Spearow. Macho! I just took the P out of the name. Oh, that's fine. Machop! Machop is about as standard as a fighting type can get. It's extremely slow, it's decently bulky, and it's extremely powerful in terms of physical attacks. It evolves at level 28 into Machop, which is basically the same but more, and then it evolves again through trading, which, I mean, if you don't have friends, Machop is like the bane of your existence, but yeah, Machop is a very standard fighting type, and there's not much more to say about it than that. Yay, I'm so happy! I'll take very good care of your Pokemon. No, you won't. You're a computer. We talk to this lady. Hey, have you got a moment? You live here in Alola, right? I've got a favor I'd like to ask. Do you mind? No problem. Wow, thank you! I'm so glad that you would listen to a request from a total stranger like me. I'm actually here in Alola with my darling hubby. It's our honeymoon. He saw this Pokemon called Cutie Fly on Route 3, and it seems like my hubby was totally smitten with it. Stop saying that word. That word sucks. We don't have them back home, see? He said it was too cute for words, with a yellow body and long pointy proboscis on his knee. Anyway, I wanted to ask if you could catch one of those Cutie Fly for me. If I know what kind of Pokemon it is, then I can probably go and catch one myself. Like I said, I think they're somewhere on Route 3. If you catch one and come back to show me its Pokédex entry, I can pay you for your trouble. What? You've caught Cutie Fly? Then would you mind showing me your dex? So it sucks up pollen and nectar from flowers using that funny long proboscis it has? It is pretty cute. I wouldn't mind one of these buzzing around me. Actually, I think I might want to get one of these Cutie Fly for myself now. Let me at least pay you like I promised first. This is all I have, but it's yours. She just gave me all the money for her honeymoon. That's funny. Thank you, young trainer. I'll go look for some Cutie Fly at once. Okay. Hey, how? Whenever I'm sleeping, my Oricorio comes in at some point and falls asleep on my tummy. That's nice. Let's get a drink. We'll get the Tapu Koko because it's one of my favorite puns in the game.
Here you are. One Tapu Koko just for you. When your adventures have tired you out, it's time to relax with a hot cup of Tapu Koko. You'll love it iced, too. If you can have Pokemon battles with your friends or with people, you can have Pokemon battles with your friends or with people you don't know. Battles can get so hot that you completely lose track of time. You're limited to one per day, but have a tea biscuit on us. This ice cream is a specialty from Castelia City in the Unova region.
Castelia Cone.
We'd like to offer your Pokemon something on the house.
Pokebeans. Okay, I've heard your whole spiel. Okay, buddy. So, would you believe me if I said there is one more bio we have to go through before we head into the Verdant Cavern? Because there is. I want to head through this tall grass. That wasn't even another Spearow like I actually need. If you check this pile of berries, there's a Pokemon in it, and it will jump out and attack you, and that Pokemon is... Crabrawler! I have a love-hate relationship with Crabrawler. On one hand, it's okay for an early game fighting type. It gets punching moves, as you can tell by the giant boxing glove fists. And it's not a water type like you'd expect. I guess I can say that about it. But it does not evolve until the very end of the game. It literally cannot evolve until the very end of the game. And it doesn't tell you that at all. Nothing in the game lets you know about this. I hate Crabrawler for that. It's decent enough in the first, like, 2 islands, sure. But it's going to fall behind very quickly from the rest of your team, and you're just going to be sitting there wondering, why won't this thing evolve? It can't. And the game doesn't tell you that. And for this reason, at the moment, I cannot recommend Crabrawler. You can catch it on every island in the Alola region, so I will be able to recommend getting one later, but for now, it's just a waste of time to try training one if it's not going to evolve. If you like Crabrawler, again, go ahead and use it. It's single player. You'll be fine with whatever team you choose to use. I'm just saying, it's such an annoying thing that it takes so long to evolve. Got a Citrus Berry, a Chesto Berry, another Chesto Berry, and another Chesto Berry. Okay. There is one more thing I want to show before we head into the trial. The Machop that you got from that girl for trading the Spearow is holding an X attack. There's nothing that says this, but it is good to know because the upcoming trial, it is going to be very useful. I'm not going to be using Machop in the trial, but it is here so you can have a fighting type for the trial. With that, we can finally do the trial. Oh, it's been like 1,000,000 years. Greetings, Captain Illima here, and my trial begins mere steps from here in Verdant Cavern. Note that the Pokemon living within Verdant Cavern are quite fierce. I wouldn't venture in unless you've prepared some potions and so forth. Through attempting the trials during the Island Challenge, one can exceed his or her own limits. That is what the Alolan people believe. Once you enter Verdant Cavern, you will not be able to leave until you have completed the trial. Are you prepared for the trial? Yeah. I'll be waiting for you.
Time for training, time for trials. I don't know what the rest of what I said was. I'm the Rotom Pokédex.
You can spin in this game. Don't think I ever showed that. It's just kind of pointless. And it's actually really weirdly hard to do in this generation. Let me formally welcome you to Verdant Cavern. I am your captain, Illima. Allow me to explain the basics of my trial. What you should attempt to do is... defeat 3 of the Pokemon that lurk here in their dens. Then reach the pedestal deep within the cave, and collect the Z Crystal there. You'll need to be completely in sync with your Pokemon to succeed. Oh dear, and there's one more thing I forgot to mention. Many strong Pokemon make their homes in this cave, but one stronger and more fearsome than all the rest, known as the Totem Pokemon, also resides here. It will be the greatest obstacle you face as you attempt to clear my trial. By the way, until you clear the trial, you will not be able to catch Pokemon in Verdant Cavern. This is but one of the 7 trials you will face during your island challenge. And it begins now, the trial of Captain Illima.
Those Pokemon are pretty fierce little things. Good luck getting all the way through the cave.
Thanks, Rotom. If we check here, we can look inside the den, and no me! This is one of the most major version differences we're going to be seeing between Pokemon Sun and Moon, the first trial. In Pokemon Sun, you will be facing Yungoos. In Pokemon Moon, you will be facing Rattata. So, yeah, there aren't huge version differences other than the time change. If the first trial is something I'm going to consider to be one of the most major changes. As said before, fighting types are going to be your best friend in this trial. They are going to be able to take out these Pokemon pretty easily. That being said, they are Yungoos and or Rattata. If they're Rattata, fighting types will be doing even more damage because of the 4x super effective instead of 2x. Which is one way where Pokemon Moon actually has it a little easier than Pokemon Sun. Yeah, as you can see, Makuhita's Force Palm was a one-shot. Your options for fighting types obviously are pretty limited. You could use Crabrawler, Makuhita, or Machop. All of them are valid. I would use any of them. I just happen to have Makuhita in my party. And I'm actually going to switch Makuhita to the front. I'm not going to be using it against the final boss of the area, the Totem Pokemon, but I am going to be using Makuhita against the just generic Pokemon we have to fight on the way to the Totem Pokemon. What do we... Oh, the Castelia Cone. The Castelia Cone is also just a full heal. Any items like that that are like... that are regional variants of different types of food you can get are likely going to function identically to a full heal. Our second Yungoos rushes right at us. This one is not afraid. And you know what? I respect the hell out of him for it. For not being afraid of Hank, the Makuhita. I don't know why. Makuhita just looked like a Hank to me at the time. It doesn't anymore, but it did at the time. What started to look more like a Hank to me afterwards was Drowsy. So when I caught my Drowsy, I named it also Hank. Or Hank also. So yeah. Level 14. And Litten grew to level 16. Everybody's gaining levels now. One more Pokemon to defeat. This Yungoos dropped a Citrus Berry. We're getting a lot of those for the early game. If we head down here, be careful not to jump over the ledge, you can find TM31 Brick Break. This is one of the best fighting type moves in the game, and you get it this early. And yeah, you bet I'm going to be teaching that to Makuhita. That's going to be doing a lot more damage than Force Palm. It is going to get rid of the ability to paralyze that Force Palm has, but I think just having more power overall is better than having a chance to paralyze on a slow Pokemon. Brick Break also has the ability to break barriers such as Light Screen and Reflect. We probably won't be seeing those for quite a long time, so for now, let's just consider it a pretty powerful damaging move, why won't we? You can see over there, that is the third Pokemon we need to fight. So if we head through here, you can find a Super Potion, which is a good item. And check in here. There's nothing inside. Now it is up there. We are going on a wild Rattata chase. And now it's all the way over there. Can I just say, the music that plays during trials in this game is sick. Well, I love that music. I don't know why. I think I love how like understated the like electric guitar is, because Usually that's not something in a song that would be understated. You can get an X defense, or an X defense here, which, again, good item, especially when we're going up against physical attackers. Yo, yo, yo! It's your Berry Thief boys back again! Remember us? Yeah, I do. Whoa! Even though we look identical? That's pretty impressive, actually. Who cares about that anyway? We're here to mess her trial up, yo! Oh yeah, that's right. Yo, let's get that Pokemon, homie. I love the shaky cam as he approaches. Oh. We have one final fight against Team Skull Grunt A. And once again, he just has a Drowsy. I'm not gonna cut out this battle because it's quote-unquote story important. I will go over the move Fake Out instead. Fake Out is a move that can only be used on the first turn a Pokemon is out in battle, but it does, and it only has 40 base power. However, it always causes a flinch, which is just really good. That's really good. Especially on Pokemon that have high attack stats like Makuhita. Meowth here also has Fake Out, so I'm going to use that as well, since this is the first turn that Garfield Female is out in the battle. As you can see, that did about equally as much damage. I actually only switched to Garfield Female for Bite, but I wasn't expecting its Fake Out to do as much as Makuhita's. Pancake grew to level 14 finally. Is it cool for me to be in Team Skull if I'm this brittle? What's up with that? For real though? I can't get my skull around it. This kid's mad strong, yo. Nah, it ain't even like that. This kid is straight up dangerous, homie. I don't know, man. Isn't this whole place trouble? Yeah, it totally is, homie. I mean, that thing is so strong that regular Pokemon don't even want to come out and battle. Yo, kid, you know there's a mad strong Pokemon lurking back here somewhere, right? I'd run if I were you. Nah, we're not going out like that. We gotta get our revenge. Go stand over that den and catch that skulking young goose, yo. I can speak English. For real? Fine. I got no bones to pick with you. Okay. So, they are guarding all but one of the holes that Yungoos was in now. So, we check here. Bzaff! That was not a Yungoos cry. We have Gumshoes, and this is why I named Yungoos Trump. The Pokemon Company has said in... I think it was Junichi Masuda who said in an interview that they weren't keeping up with United States politics when they designed Gumshoes. I don't believe it for a second. Gumshoes looks exactly like Donald Trump, and it was designed in a video game that was released in 2016. We still took it out just as easily as we took out those Yungoos thanks to Brick Break, but... yeah, I don't believe for a second that Gumshoes isn't designed after Donald Trump. Defeated all the Pokemon. Now we can head back to the back of the cavern. I'm actually going to heal up Makuhita. Actually, no, I'm not, because I said I wasn't going to use Makuhita against the Totem Pokemon. I'll still heal it up, just in case I absolutely have to use it against the Totem Pokemon. I'm going to try to keep my word and not use it, but we'll see. And then I'll heal Meowth too, just because I have enough potions to do so. Otherwise, though, I would just like to switch Icarus to the front of the party, Pancake second slot, because I don't know, I just like having my main party in the first two slots when I'm able to. Fantastic! You proved your strength to all three Pokemon. Then go right ahead inside. Don't you mean outside? Alright. We have these giant rocks here that we can't break. But you feel a piercing gaze that seems to cut right through you. But from where? Will you take the Z crystal from the pedestal? Nah. Nah, I think I'll go home. I'm just kidding. Of course I'll take it. That's easy. Easy choice. Gumshoos, the totem Pokemon of Verdant Cavern, has appeared. Totem Gumshoos aura flared to life. Its defense rose. We have our first totem Pokemon. These are basically like regular bosses. If you are playing Pokemon Sun, this will be No. This will be Gumshoos, level 11, adaptability for the ability, knowing the moves Super Fang, Bite, Leer, and Scary Face. And if you're playing Pokemon Moon, this will be Alolan Raticate, knowing the level 11, probably Hustle for the ability, knowing the moves Bite, Tail Whip, Scary Face, and Tackle. These are our first examples of wild Pokemon being bosses in this series, and I really like that concept. I am going to start off using an X defense on Icarus so that its attacking moves won't be as powerful. And it's going to use Scary Face to lower speed, which doesn't matter that much because Icarus is already pretty slow. It's going to call an ally Pokemon. This is something that not only totem Pokemon, but regular wild Pokemon are capable of doing in this generation. As you can see, it just called a Yungoos. This Yungoos will be level 10, Stakeout for the ability, knowing the moves Leer, Tackle, Pursuit, and Bide. And in Pokemon Moon, this will be an Alolan Rattata, level 10, Hustle for the ability, knowing the moves Tackle, Focus Energy, Quick Attack, and Tail Whip. These ally Pokemon are going to be basically the biggest challenge we have against this, because the Gumshoos itself isn't a big threat. I'm going to go ahead and use another X defense, just so it can do even less to us. Basically, my strategy with the Totem Pokemon is to use X items to make them a joke. Yeah, that did 3 damage, and that's the big boss. That did 1 damage. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the X attack that we got from Machop. I could use 2 X attacks and just take these both out in 1 hit. I might do it. If I'm gonna cheese any of these boss fights, I do want it to be an early game one. As you can see, the game is kind of chugging in terms of frames here. The aura with the Pokemon, along with the fact that it has to have both, of these Pokemon models on screen, the aura, Icarus, and the trainer model, along with all the stuff on the screen, makes it so the original 3DS kind of starts to lag in these boss fights, which kind of sucks, but yeah, I don't know. It's not a huge deal. Like, I'm somebody who, like, frame rates have never really bothered me in games. I know it's a big deal to a lot of people. To me, it's never really mattered. It does suck that this game was obviously more optimized for the new Nintendo 3DS, but, like, this isn't a huge deal. I haven't really seen anybody have any major complaints about it. And I definitely don't have any major complaints about it, just because it's cool that we have these boss fights anyway. This is something that is just... I wish they did it sooner. Having, like, boss battles that aren't against trainers is such a cool concept, especially when they can, like, call new allies. This is, like... It's like if Pokemon boss fights were like every RPG's boss fights, except less tedious and annoying. But just as reliant on using items to completely cheese them. Yeah, as you can see, we took down Yungoos in 1 hit with a critical hit from Razor Leaf, and Gumshoos is already halfway defeated. X items are completely overpowered. If you ever want to win a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Sun and Moon, X items are the way to go. Yeah, as you can see, the game is running at a mostly normal frame rate again now that Yungoos is gone. And one more. It avoided Razor Leaf. Okay, well... 1 more Razor Leaf should knock out. There's basically no chance of this thing defeating Icarus at this point, and Icarus is about to level up too. Oh, that was awesome. That was fun. Level 17 for Icarus. There we go. And you know what? Sure, I'll care for Icarus after that battle. After evolving. Icarus evolved into Dartrix. A bit of a dandy, it spends its free time preening its wings. Its preoccupation with any dirt on its plumage can leave it unable to battle. Dartrix. If you liked the way that Rowlet played, Dartrix is pretty much more of the same. It gets a lot of powerful physical moves that it couldn't have gotten as Rowlet. I mean, it could have gotten as Rowlet, but it would have taken a little longer. And, I mean, I just love its design. You can say it looks like Egoraptor, you can say it looks like Edgeworth. I don't care who it looks like between those two. I like both of them, and I like Dartrix. Dartrix, personality-wise and design-wise, is obviously not as cute as Rowlet, but I still love Dartrix a lot. I also love the way Dartrix looks when you pet its bow, which is the place that it likes to be pet the most. Dartrix is cute. Whenever you get sparkles like that, it means it has gained a level of affection, which, means it will get extra perks in battle that I'll be going over later. Dartrix hates it when you touch its hair. Affection doesn't go down from petting a place a Pokemon hates to be pet, and they will let you know that they hate it. But, yeah. I don't know. Dartrix doesn't have as cute a personality as Rowlet, but it definitely still has a lot of personality. I like Dartrix a lot. Gumshoos disappeared back into the cave somewhere. What an incredible trainer you are! For you to be able to defeat the Totem Pokemon that I had trained up to such a powerful state, I don't know what I can say. Working in harmony with your Pokemon, you have cleared the trial of Illima. You're a phenomenal trainer. Congratulations, Winter. The Z Crystal from the pedestal is now yours. You obtained a Normalium Z. What you have just received is the Normal Z Crystal. It is known as Normalium Z. Now, if you let a Pokemon that can use a normal type move hold that, and strike an elegant pose like this one, then you will be able to strengthen a normal type move by unleashing Z power. Moving right along. Ah, yes. First, there is one thing I forgot to mention. The Totem Pokemon. In every locale where a captain holds his or her trials, you will encounter a particularly strong Pokemon, like Gumshoos just now. And during battles against such Pokemon, they may summon allies to shore up their offense. It's not a tactic often seen in other regions. Perhaps Pokemon in Alola are simply more inclined to help one another. Since you have managed to defeat the Totem Pokemon and proved yourself, you can now try to catch any of the Pokemon you find here in this cave. In fact, have some Great Balls. And here, let me see to your Pokemon after all of their hard work in there. If we're done here, I have something interesting I'd like to show you. Come with me to Route 3. While I would love to end the episode here, and with Rotom calling Illima a dreamboat, which, good for you, Rotom, I respect it. I don't agree. I don't really like Illima that much. In Verdant Cavern, now that we have finished the trial, there are 2 Pokemon that can appear here, one of which I have gone over already in the Howley Cemetery. That one being Zubat. Finally, Alolan Diglett can appear here in Verdant Cavern. Alolan Diglett is not as good as regular Diglett in my opinion. It's slower, but it's slightly bulkier and has slightly more attack as a result. Its HP still sucks. The steel type that's added to it is okay, but the only real benefit it gets from it is getting same type attack bonus out of Metal Claw now, so I mean, it's okay. It's a unique ability that it gets now. I believe it's called Tangling Hairs, can be decent, but it's not quite as good as it was back in Generation 1. Back in any generation before this one, before it was a Lowland Diglett, I guess. Now Poplio is evolving, okay. Brion. Similar to Dartrix, if you really liked Poplio when you were using it, Brion is more of the same. There's not really a lot for me to say. It's similar to what Dartrix is for Rowlet in every way. It gets a lot of good moves, and it's going to not be too long until it evolves again. It's likely going to evolve again on the 3rd island, which might seem like a long ways away, but I mean, as far as middle stage evolutions go, the ones in this generation are the ones you would want to be with the longest, probably. A skillful dancer, it creates a sequence of water balloons as it dances and briskly bombards its enemies. I like Brion's design a lot too. I feel like it's the only evolution that really keeps the cuteness of the first evolution in this generation. So, it does have that going for it. Next time on Pokemon Sun and Moon, we'll be heading back out to Route 2 to go and look for Illima on Route 3. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. We're gonna look for him on Route 2, actually. But we might go to Route 3, you never know. See you guys then.